Is this how you do it?
Okay, we are back to explain part of the good old boy system in the hobby.
No.
So sit back and relax. I see that card trimming has come back into style this week with a video posted by former NFL football player Evan Mathis giving a tutorial on how to trim and alter sports cards. Later this week, my brother and I will go through all of the key card trimmers you need to know about.
Hey, Jason.
Jeff, what's going on, man?
Good to see you again.
Thanks for coming.
Evan Mathis is not the biggest card trimmers. It's not even close.
Yep.
Other influencers have talked about card trimming this week, but only mention Evan Mathis. Evan, despite being in the NFL and being a very large man, is a small fish in the card trimming world. Later this week, we will introduce you to 10 other people in the hobby who are some of the biggest fraudsters and trimmers in this industry. These people are also tied to shill bidding and other hobby scams. So before all you guys conclude that trimming is okay, you might want to tune in on Thursday.
That's drama.
But before we do that, a point needs to be made about grading and the good old boy system we've talked about for the better part of 10 years right here on Sports Card Radio. You see, I could be the best card trimmer in the world. I could be the best card trimmer in the world. I could learn all the secrets from Evan Mathis and Gary Moser. But if I submit those cards to PSA, SGC, and BGS myself, chances are my trimmed cards are going to be rejected. Why is that? Why is it that if I submit a trimmed card, it would get rejected, but if Evan Mathis, a former NFL football player, submits a trimmed card, they get put into holders? Oh, now you are starting to understand the good old boy system a little better. It's not about how good a trimmer you are. It's about who you are in this hobby that can get your cards into the holders that you want.
As you know, with me,
I'll give you 3 examples of this, and then I'm actually headed to the Lakers game, believe it or not, later tonight, so I got to get out of here. One good example of the good old boy system at Beckett and BGS is the fact that they will guarantee grades, 9.5 and pristine 10 grades to their top customer. That's right. If you are a top customer at BGS and you submit a certain amount of cards, you are guaranteed a certain percentage of 9.5 grades and pristine 10 grades, no matter what your cards look like. These details were all spoken about in 2019 by longtime eBay dealer Breton Becca. Breton Becca, in this post that I will link to, goes into details of the deal BGS offered to him to grade cards at BGS. That offer included guarantees for BGS 9.5 and pristine 10 grades.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
Another example of BGS hooking up key accounts and VIP customers is the Joe Clemens scam. Clemens used to work for Beckett and currently works at Leaf. And coincidentally, in 2019, the people who got the most black label grades from BGS were by far Leaf Trading Cards and Joe Clemens, as you can see from this chart right here. How about more hanky-panky?
the hanky-panky.
At the grading companies, card trimmer Robert Block, aka Fat Kid on the Block. This guy takes modern cards, trims them, sends them over to BGS, and then sells them over on PWCC.
Here the fuck we go!
Okay, here is just something utterly amazing. There are only 8 BGS 10 Pristine 2010 Bowman Platinum Mike Trout cards out of 1,568 times they've seen this card. It's a 0.5% chance to get a BGS 10. What if I told you that Robert Block has 6 of the 8 BGS 10 pristine copies of this card? But look at the left to right centering on these BGS 10s they graded for Robert Block. Look at the left to right centering. Do you think if I submitted that card, it would get a BGS 10? Hell no. Those 6 BGS 10 pristine cards were all in one Robert Block submission, by the way. So getting good grades at grading companies is often determined, 1, how big a customer and VIP you are with them, and 2, your grades are determined by who you are. If a package comes to PSA, BGS, or SGC with Evan Mathis's name on it, those cards are going to get treated differently than if it has my name on it, period. Robert Block was and is a big customer at BGS. I heard this guy could literally just cut all the lines at the National, just drop his cards right on the table at BGS, doesn't fill out any paperwork, doesn't talk to anybody, just drops his cards right on the table, and they grade them for him. We could get into the good old boy system at every grading company. PSA's first card they ever graded as a company was a high-profile card submitted by a high-profile person. and that card was trimmed. SGC is literally owned by Dave Foreman, who is well regarded as one of the early card trimmers and card alteration specialist. The card trimming scandal runs deeper than just a few names and companies. It hits every person and business almost square in the face. So hopefully we can provide more context about the scandal and the people involved. There needs to be more context involved. Evan Mathis is a small fish in all of this. So hopefully we can shine some more light on this in our video on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. And go Lakers.
The 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card, said to be the holy grail for baseball memorabilia collectors.
The holy grail of baseball cards is now in downtown Denver for All-Star Week. An armored vehicle delivered the 1952 Mickey Mantle Topps baseball card this morning. It's valued at more than $10 million. That card is rated PSA 10, which is a grading system that ranges from 1 through 10, so it's considered a virtually perfect card.
The holy grail of baseball cards, the 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle set off one of the greatest scandals in the history of sports cards. In 2019, members of a sports card internet forum started uncovering millions of dollars of cards that had been trimmed or altered to improve their condition. A virtual firestorm of controversy followed that led all the way to an FBI investigation. Who was involved? Was anyone held responsible?